Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be making a video just on how to make a spec map on a paint scheme that you already have created. This isn't going to be a video on how to actually just make a paint from start to finish. This is going to be for people who already have a paint made and are just looking to add a spec map to it. Now the way I go about doing a spec map is kind of not the proper way that I've seen most tutorials go through. So with that being known, this way is probably not the highest quality of way. Like you might be able to see some pixels kind of here and there type of thing on the edges and things like that. But overall, this process works just fine. I mean, you really, I guess, to only notice if you're like looking really close and are trying to look for some imperfections, but this process is totally fine. But as you can see here, I already have a paint scheme made. This is for the Cadillac GTP. It's an old paint scheme, so don't make fun of me. It's nothing too crazy. On the right side, you got all your layers and things like that. I have all my sponsors layers added into this group here. So every sponsor I added to the car, they're all added here, individual, and ready to select. And then as far as the paint scheme itself goes, such as the lines and the colors, I have those all down here. I got my blacks right here that you can select, just like that. I got my golds that's going on, and then that white trim I have on the paint scheme. I have them all right here as the layers. So these are kind of the important things you want to have while making your paint scheme, and just kind of save those, and it'll help you with the spec map depending on kind of what process or what style of spec map you're looking for. But in this tutorial, I'll be going over and showing exactly how to change pretty much everything on the car. So to actually begin on the spec map, I'll just go at the very top here on my layers, and then I'll add a new layer, a blank layer, totally blank and transparent. Then you'll want to pull up this spec map tool here, which of course I'll have linked at the top of the description. It's GabirMotors.com. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but that's what the website is. And then for me personally, I mean, this is just totally me. I always like to start out with a matte base. So what you can do here, this has all sorts of different spec map colors. So I select matte just like that, and it'll give you the spec map color right here, this 008000. And then it also gives you a preview on this car on the right of kind of what the spec map would look like. You can type in Chrome, and it changes it over here. And you can mess with these bars to make it different and make your own custom kind of deal. But like I was saying, I start off with a matte. So I'll just copy the spec map color code there, and I'll go back to Photoshop. And you can also use any program that's pretty similar to Photoshop, like GIMP and Photopea, I believe it's pronounced. But I'll open up the colors on the left like I just did there. It pulls this up. Then I'll paste the color code I just selected. And then I'll just go ahead and simply grab the drawing tool on the left, the paintbrush tool, and just fill it all in. Just like that. And then now the whole car essentially will be a matte color. Now if you can turn this off and take a look at the paint scheme, let's say I want to make the yellow like chrome for some reason. Like, I don't know, it's not really going to look that great, but let's go ahead and make the yellow chrome. So we'll go back to the spec map website. We'll go to Chrome, or actually, you know what, let's just make it metallic. That'll be better. We'll copy the metallic color code right there. And then since I'm smart and everything, and since you're smart, the person watching this, you know how to make a paint scheme. You saved, the outlines for your paint scheme and stuff like that. So I can go here, hold Control, and click the image of the layer there, and it selects all the gold that's on the paint scheme here. As we can see, it selects everything that's gold that's actually visible on the paint. And then we can go ahead and go here, let's paste in that color code we copied from the website, and then do the same process, just color that in just like that. And then that section of the race car will be metallic. And then for the heck of it, we're going to go ahead and make the white trim chrome. So with actual white in iRacing, when you apply the chrome spec map to it, it actually becomes chrome. Like if you're trying to make an actual chrome, like silver style kind of thing. So we'll go back down here and then hold Control and click on the white, which we'll go ahead and select it all. Then go back, paste the color code we copied from the website and paint it in just like that. Boom, now that's going to be chrome. Now for the sponsors, because the sponsors are going to be overlapping all the spec map and stuff, so that's why it's important to have all the sponsors individual like this. So there's a couple of different ways you can go about this. You can hold Control on the keyboard and then click it with your mouse, hold Shift as well to select multiple. But the process I like to do in this case is I select the top layer, go all the way down to the bottom layer of all the sponsors on the race car, right click, and then you can convert to Smart Object, and then you can hold Control and click the thumbnail over there, and it will highlight everything. But what I like to do for sponsors is I like to make them black on the color or on the spec map sheet here, which black is just like the default gloss. Like, nothing crazy, it's just the default gloss. But yeah, just like that, just within a few minutes, the spec map is complete. So let's take a look at the race car though. This is what it looks like without the spec map on it. And then what you do to save it as a spec map is you go File, Save as Copy. I mean, this process might be different for everybody, but the title of the file is very important. It's going to be car_spec, SPEC, and then your iRacing number. And then once you have that all saved, you can go ahead and on my other screen, I'm clicking and dragging it into the paint folder, which you should already know about. And we're going to see the spec map apply. Boom. Just like that. We got the black as matte black. The yellow turned into like a metallic gold or whatever in the world. And then the trim we got is chrome. And that's as easy as that. Spec mapping is not hard whatsoever. You just gotta, when you're making the paint scheme, you gotta save all your logos, make sure you group them all together, and any, designs and stuff like that you make on the paint scheme itself, it's important to save those too if you're actually wanting to spec map any sections like that on the race car. But that's gonna do it for this tutorial. Obviously, this goes for any car on iRacing: dirt, road course, dirt oval, or I already said dirt oval, but oval. I mean anything. But yeah, that'll do it. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you learned something, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know as well. Leave a like on this bad boy. Thanks for watching, like I already said probably, and have a great rest of your day.